What's up, my dear subscriber? Today I'm going to show you 4 altcoins with huge profit potential. Let's check it out. I ain't no financial advisor. I'm just a dude obsessed with crypto and what it can do for our world. Everything I say is on my own opinion. So I just want to let you guys know before we get started that I'm not going to be looking at many charts. However, I do normally like doing that when I research my coins. But right now I feel that Bitcoin is, or the markets as a whole are in a place that is, for me, not showing much direction. So from now on, I'm just going to be looking at the fundamentals. I have my own fundamental research process, which has been successful for me. I will go through all that in a separate video. I'll maybe talk you through it a bit on the first coin, just so you know what I'm doing. First thing I do is look at the market cap, and then I look at the supply. It's a very good supply. Lower supply is better. If a lot of people want something and there isn't that many of them, they will pay more for it. Then let's check out their website. Alright, so we are shaping digital money. Transfer money instantly around the globe with nothing more than a phone number. Earn rewards every time you spend or make a purchase. So that already sounds really cool. So basically, just to break it down for you guys, it's a currency. It's true a cryptocurrency. It's a method of payment that is aiming to be really, really fast and really, really simple, it's filling a big gap. And they are trying to make also it user-friendly, because a lot of these wallets, you need to be a techie. It's quite a setup, and you're dealing with private keys, and it's a matter of security and knowledge. This is simply an app you download. It's going to look something like that. I'm guessing this is just a prototype. You just type in the address that you want to send it to, or the number, which currency you want to send, the amount you want to send, and you just send it. And the thing is, it's bridged from your account, from your bank account, which is really cool. Then it rewards you as you spend. The more you spend with metal, it actually gives you back tokens. It pays you back, which is, again, a very good incentive for using cryptocurrency in our space as a whole. Also, you get huge discounts. So they are going to have some sort of discount scheme where I'm guessing you will get discounts on certain products or certain merchants, or payment discounts depending on X, Y, and Z. Easy to earn, yeah. So they're having a proof of processed payments protocol, which is basically whenever you send money or make purchases, you earn a little reward. This is really, really cool. So if you want to send money to family or something overseas, you're going to send it through a bank where they're going to charge you fees, or even another crypto which is going to charge you like Bitcoin. Or you send with metal where they give you money back. I mean, it's really, really cool. They have a very good team. All right, so he focuses on risk management and compliance. His international card brand experience, right? So look at this. Let's just start with experience. So he's with Metal Payments. He's worked for Visa for 2008 in fraud control, business lead in global third-party risk, a director of data security and third-party risk. And that's so from 2008 till 2017, he's been with Visa. Before that, he's been with American Express. Now, as a digital currency, these guys are the kings. You can't beat, well, in terms of fiat. You can't. They're the kings here. These are American Express and Visa, right? He's obviously taking his experience, 15 years of experience working in finance and for huge companies, and now he's started his own thing with metal payments that's using crypto. That's really, really good. He has a education in fintech, Bachelor of Science at New York University. Generally very, very good guy as a CEO. I've checked that the rest of the guys, they're also really good. This guy worked on Stellar, QuickCoin. This guy was a UX designer for Apple, and we all know they're probably one of the best one of the best UX design. Even though I'm not an Apple fanboy, they have really, really good user experience, and he was a part of that. And all of these guys have been, I checked them out. They're an all-around very good team. And then the advisors, they have Vinny Lingam, who's a huge name in crypto. He's the owner, the creator of Civic. This guy is Juan Lanos. He's the creator of Consensus, which is basically a blockchain software company. Dude from BitTorrent, Bram Cohen, Andrew Lee from Purse, Matt Fisk at Sensorium Ventures, and then Jeff Lunsford from Telium. Most of these are actually involved in fintech and involved in blockchain. And because of the supply, I think this has massive, massive potential. And because of the team and the vision that they have, especially Visa and MasterCard. Also, you must think, if he worked there, he has little eggs there, he has little seeds there, he has connections there. And I'm sure he's going to pull weight in order to, make use of those connections in order to incorporate. You can then check out this social network. Things I like looking for here is, are they active? Number one, are they making original content? Are they putting effort into their own content? Because this rules out 99% of them, or 90% of them being a scammer. Scammers don't tend to really care about that kind of stuff. So let's check it out. iOS app is starting soon. Yeah, you see, so they have a lot of the original content, photos of their team, of their actual premises. They're very legit coin. 29,000 followers. I also look at the engagement. There's quite a good engagement here on all of their posts. So they have good supporters and things like that. Normally I look at the announcement page and then the GitHub page, but they don't have that linked here. Then the next one I have for you is Monetha, or Monetha. I say Monetha, tomato. So their circulating supply is not as good as MTL, but it's still very good. Anything under 300, I'm very happy with. Nice market cap, 50 mil. It's a nice low cap. And also another thing is I look at is liquidity. So the last 24 hours, $1 million was traded. That to me is liquid enough for me to accumulate this. If it was very illiquid and you just throw money into a coin that has like one BTC trade in the last volume, that's just, you're looking to lose your money and throw it away. For these guys, I have studied this white paper backwards. Okay, so basically they are targeting the e-commerce scene, right? The e-commerce industry, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And they're going to solve problems and make certain things easier, which basically right now cannot be solved with current technology or are very difficult to accomplish. Okay, so these are I'm just going to read the problems these problems and difficulties, which I'll explain how they are going to then solve it, right? So let's first check out, like, who cares about e-commerce? Why should we care? Okay, so e-commerce worldwide sales in 2014 were USD 1.3 trillion, so $1.3 trillion, and are projected to increase to $4 trillion by 2020. That's huge, guys. That's like tripling in 6 years. E-commerce share of retail sales expected to increase from 7.4% in 2015 to 14.6% in 2020. Furthermore, according to Statista, the number of people buying goods or services online will increase from 1.4 billion in 2015 to above 2 billion in 2020. And that's pretty huge. And putting aside all these stats and stuff, I mean, you personally, I want you to think about it right now. How many things do you buy online versus offline compared to 5 years ago? I'm sure, I know me personally, I buy more things online as opposed to groceries and stuff. So that establishes that the market is massive and there's a lot of money in it. That's establishing right now why we should be caring about this coin, right? Despite this explosive growth, there are problems. First one is trust and reputation. Building trust is difficult and it is essentially governed by big marketplaces. There's an inability to transfer trust from one centralized service to another, and thus a need to establish a relationship with each merchant separately. Moreover, a merchant's history is not recorded, so there's no ability to punish fraudulent buyers or merchants. Huge efforts and advertising budgets are needed to create trust if a merchant is not part of a centralized marketplace. So let's just dissect that quickly. Okay, so if you are on Amazon as a registered seller, you have tons of buyers, tons of history, tons of reviews. You've established that trust. People can see that, okay, this guy is legit. He's been going for a while. He has lots of buyers, right? High rating, etc. you want to now transfer that to bid or buy your own private online shop. Who's going to trust you compared to an Amazon seller? Meanwhile, you've built that trust, you have it. There's no way of actually someone going to your store and being like, wow, okay, this guy's proper. Like he's legit, right? Or lady. So you have to basically start again when you go to your own store, right? So that's basically forcing people to stay on Amazon, stay on these centralized places. And that's not really good for your future and for the future of the world, because you're giving the power to select few people. Which is why I believe in blockchain, because it's really going to solve that, and it just boggles my mind. Okay, so then the next thing, a merchant's history is not recorded. Some of it is, but the majority of it isn't. So you can't really go back and see what they did. It's not a proper record of the history of everything that buyer has done. That seller has done, or the buyer. Right, so that's also a huge problem. If you want to go back and track something, you have an order number, yeah, you have invoice, cool, but do you have anything more substantial than that? Huge efforts and advertising budgets. Okay, so basically what they're saying is you can establish that trust, but it's going to cost. You're going to have to go to digital agency, spend a lot on advertising budget, do the whole like Facebook marketing, AdWords, YouTube ads, all that kind of stuff. So there's the possibility, just very difficult, and most small SME e-commerce stores don't have that kind of budget, right? Okay, then expensive and long payment process. Now, I didn't even know that it was this bad, guys. But there are 16 different steps to settle a transaction. Did you know that? 16. And obviously, the majority of these happen behind the scenes. We just like add to cart, go to cart, check out, payment details, bam, done, right? But behind the scenes on the back end, with the code, with the integrating with payment processes like PayPal, whoever it is, there's 16 steps that have to go through. So that's huge just for a simple transaction, right? And then there's 15 different fees. 15 different fees. I love how they've put these exclamation marks there, because when I read this, I'm just like full on fucking exclamation mark, right? This is pretty ridiculous for something as big as e-commerce that's growing the way it is. We should have better solutions than that, right? In the transaction fees, you get from 2% plus 0.1 to 6% plus 0.7, which is also quite phenomenal. Chargeback fees, so if you want a refund, you have to pay $15. This obviously differs. And also, it's very difficult to integrate a payment gateway. I have first-hand experience on this being a developer. Then number 3, an inability to reach the growing Ethereum economy. So the gist of this is basically there are tons and tons of tokens that are coming out every single day based on the Ethereum blockchain, right? There is the ability to accept Bitcoin now, there's payment processors, and Litecoin, a few different things, but there's no real solution to accept tokens, Ethereum tokens. I'd say a huge majority of altcoins are all based on the Ethereum blockchain, because it was the original smart contract, the original technology ecosystem that you could use to build altcoins with, right? You can't really accept that. I mean, maybe one or two people, but it's not a real legitimate, working, easy, simple solution to just, cool, I want to accept, I don't know, X altcoin on my store. How do I do it? Oh, I can't, So they're aiming to fix that, right? I mean, I know if I was a merchant, I would want to accept crypto. It's also like a hypey thing. Like, wow, this guy accepts crypto on his site. Like, oh, let's use him. It's all this cool little cool factor, I guess. So now this is how they're solving them, right? Monetha is creating as a universal, decentralized trust and reputation solution, working flawlessly together with mobile payment processing on the Ethereum blockchain, leveraging smart contract technology. Number 1, universal transferable trust and reputation system. Every time a transaction is made, the blockchain will record the time of the transaction, both receiving and sending wallet addresses, warranty conditions, delivery time, and all the other information that is typically needed to ensure trust. How epic is that? So automatically, when you do something, when you interact on an e-commerce store, you buy something, you sell something, all the relevant details get recorded in the blockchain. And because of the nature of blockchain, it is near impossible to hack. Like, there are ways, and there's quantum computing, but even with that, people are working on anti-quantum hacking technology and security measures, right? So this is pretty much close to near impossible to tamper with. I mean, you can't just change the sender and receiver like you could on how it is now, or your warranty conditions, delivery time. You know, people, I'm sure, change your delivery time or whatever it is, and like there's this whole argument between the seller and us to get ugly, like, no, they delivered late, the warranty expires there and there, etc. This is recorded in a completely secure way. That what is you trust it. That's just how it is, right? Well, I would, because it's blockchain. And then all the sensitive information will be hashed and only available to authorized users, which is really cool. So not any Tom, Dick, and Harry can just go check out your information. It has to be an authorized user, and then you will be able to see it, right? And it will be presented in a nice designed user interface. Awesome. Based on that information, clients and merchants will be able to file or solve a claim, rate each other, etc., right? So that's really awesome. I mean, now reviews, as reviews are now, I don't really trust them. I do, but there's a certain extent. People buy reviews. People on Amazon's famous, but many sites. I mean, anyone wants to go and make a quick buck. Okay, cool, bro. Pay me some cash. I will go onto your page, whatever it is, and write a review for you. You know, you can't really trust that. Now we're encrypting those reviews, so you can't do that. It's really, really cool. Every time a transaction is made, claim registered, solved, or unresolved, according to the purchase details saved during the purchase, review written, etc. The smart contract will automatically change the trust level for each of the parties involved. Now that is the key word here. It's automatically going to do that. I mean, you don't have to manually say mark the order as that, as solved, or whatever it is. Like, say you get, for example, you get a really good review. Bump up the trust level a bit. Awesome. Your delivery gets there in time. Bump the trust level up. Awesome. Your delivery never arrived. Okay, well, what happened? If it was a reason that was on the fault of the seller, bump the trust level down. Again, all secured by blockchain. So that's really, really awesome. That's the trust and reputation system. I mean, if they can accomplish that, it's going to be powerful. Mobile payment solution. With the help of the Ethereum blockchain, we are able to make payments with only one step and one fee. So from 16 steps and 15 fees to one each. It's quite ridiculous. And then you can accept payments 5 times cheaper and up to 10,000 times faster. That's ridiculous. So imagine what that will do for the sellers. It incentivizes merchants to also use crypto, because now you can cancel out 15 fees. You can make it way faster, way cheaper. They're also going to make it easier and simpler to integrate, right? So you don't have to have these crazy technical steps to integrate with a payment gateway. The last one is my favorite there, because as it is today, you can't buy things with crypto. I mean, like groceries and whatever, life costs, right? You make money on your e-commerce store, you need to now spend it. You need fiat. Then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to send that crypto to a wallet or to an exchange and convert that. So first I'll into Bitcoin, then from Bitcoin into US dollars, and then from US dollars draw it. And you're going to incur some more fees in there, so it's going to squash your money a bit. They're saying, no, stuff that. We are giving you now a way to just say, okay, cool, you made X amount this month. Click and convert it. Go and buy your groceries. That's the gist of it, guys. There's a hell of a lot more in here, but these are the most important things. You're welcome to check it out. So in the ICO, they raised $37 million in 80 minutes. Piece of cake. Early 2019, they want to have the fully functional decentralized trust and reputation system, and they want to go full retail at the end of, or the mid to late 29. So the end of next year, they want to have be complete. Now the team, guys, is absolutely incredible for Monetha. Imagine I said, okay, cool, you know our vision, our goal, right? You know what you want to do with it. I'll go hire anyone in the world that you want to make this happen. That's exactly what these guys did. The mastermind architect of Monetha Technology. He has a gigantic experience as vice president of development at Adform. Andrei Rukic, by the way, I probably butchered that, is an engineering star who's led a 300+ team of engineers. This is what highlights this guy to me. If you can run a team of 300 or more, in terms of running a company and running a huge amount of people, this dude is a ninja at it, right? Eric Duprat is the payments lead. A major name in the payments industry, a former executive at PayPal, right? Eric was the general manager of mobile at PayPal, where he played an instrumental role in establishing PayPal as a player in mobile payments. So they want to go mobile and integrate into a payment system and be a payment gateway, right? This dude was a general manager of mobile at PayPal. Eric has 20+ years of experience in global payment. I mean, I think I was 7 years old when he was starting his global payments experience and security systems. His experience could be my father. Yeah. And then we have Kellogg in Fairbank, right? Head of Business Development at Braintree Payments. Now, check these guys out. So, basically, you know Uber? You know how you order an Uber? Well, they are the guys that are providing the technology of how you order an Uber. Dropbox, GitHub, Messenger, Uber, Yelp. Pay on any of these guys, you'll be using them. And he was the head of business development for it. He grew it, basically. So Dr. Jean-Marc Signier, I hope you guys like how I'm saying that, has published internationally more than 100 scientific papers on computational trust and online reputation management. Now, that is quite magnificent. He has a PhD in computer science, managed several EU-funded multi-million-dollar R&D and e-reputation projects. So he's the king of e-reputation. He has achieved a Google award. He's advised Philips, Amazon, Thales. I mean, let's stop right there. He's advised Amazon. He has knowledge and connections on Amazon. And what are these guys trying to do? Can you see what I mean by these guys are the best guys for the job, right? And I've looked at all these guys just to not take too much of you guys' time. Generally, all round really good team. Love that guy's tattoo. Sarcasm. So the team on that, big check mark. Then we can check out the announcement thread. So what I like to do is check out the first page, the last page, and the middle page sometimes. It's good to analyze the sentiment. What are people saying? What are people feeling? You know, is it just me who's believing in this coin, or is other people, right? So it looks like a very good sentiment here, positive, right? Check out the last page just to hear about any future updates. I did notice here that they've already got a launching demo shop, which is incredible, guys. So the guys are saying what I said in the beginning. The reason why it's not going up now is because of how the markets are right now. So you guys, and you see any altcoins aren't going crazy, it doesn't mean they're bad. It means the markets aren't good right now. These are coins for you to add to your watch list and keep an eye on to invest, you know, when the time is right. It might be right now for you. For me, it's not. And you should do whatever is best for you as a person and your goals, right? Okay, so then we check out the social media page. Again, okay, so very active. 6,000 followers. Relatively good engagement. Look how much original content they have, and it's all from their own blog. I mean, it's big tick mark on that one. And what I also like to do sometimes is check out the source code. I found this, and this is really cool. So they're already working with WooCommerce. WooCommerce basically enables payments for WordPress sites. WordPress is the most popular CMS in the world, content management system. A lot of websites use it. So they're already working on project with them, you know. So instantly, people that want to accept any ERC20 token and get all these features, all they have to do is have a WordPress website, guys. That's pretty damn huge, right? So this shows basically how many commits and contributions that there have been on a project. Commits are basically just adding code. You've code on your computer, you commit it. It's basically like posting it to the repository, right? You can see this is very good commit. I mean, this is actually excellent. Right, so then the next coin I have for you guys is quite a technical coin, but I have made it easy for you. I got your back and I've researched the hell out of it. I'm a developer, so I can understand this technical jargon. Not all of it. It's by no means like, you know, Jesus. I've made it easy for you. Okay, cool. So nice market cap, nice supply. Okay, so basically, just to give you the gist of the whole thing. It's, if you read the website, you're gonna get a lot of like information overload and concepts you're not going to understand, and if you see them now when I go through it, don't be scared about it. The overall bird's eye view of this is currently the web is undergoing a change. It's going to web version 3, basically a decentralized web, and there are many technologies that are arising to kind of fix the problems. The fact that it's so centralized, that you give all your data to these big companies, Facebook, Amazon, they know everything about you, you know, and you're giving it away on a silver platter. If they have to go down, all your data is gone. They can sell your data, they can make money off it, they can do all these things, right? Net neutrality saga that's going down in the US. all problems that are going to be that can be solved with Web 3.0, and there are a lot of non-blockchain technologies that have arisen. It just happens that blockchain is like the holy grail of fixing those problems, and implementing it will solve them like you cannot believe. They're basically integrating all these technologies for Web 3.0 with the blockchain, integrating it into easy to use methods that you can develop a website, plug into it, bam, now you've got Web 3.0. You know, so they believe in it. They're trying to push this whole movement of the web, which I really believe in, especially as a web developer, especially as a blockchain believer. So this is basically what they are, right? Join the web revolution. One of the biggest threats to the web today is the web itself, because of what I explained to you. Businesses can unilaterally shut down, taking independent writers' data with them. Shift and Phantom. Phantom is just a dApp on a digital app in the ecosystem. Shift and Phantom allow this kind of disaster to be avoided. User content is stored in a decentralized fashion, ensuring that authors can always retain access. So if Amazon, if whatever, the site goes down, it's not the end. You still have access to it, right? For any decentralized system to work, users need to participate and must stand to gain a benefit. Enter Shift. It provides a utility token that users can use within the ecosystem to secure storage on the Phantom dApp or trade with others for services. So we can just carry on. Shift's delegated proof of stake consensus algorithm also allows for benefits to be earned by users. So proof of stake, basically you buy coins, you hold them, and by holding them, you're mining them. You are creating more coins. They are rewarding you for coins. So they're basically, you get that, but it's a bit of a tweaked version of it, right? It allows you, the gist of it is basically it allows you to vote. So you hold coins, and then you can vote for other nodes, which are other coin holders, to become these special nodes, which they are calling delegate nodes. And a node is just a dude. Say you buy coins and you hold them. You're now a node. You connect to the network. You're a node. You're helping aid the network, right? So you can vote for certain other different nodes to become these special nodes called delegate nodes. Delegate nodes basically have more power. They can now create their own blocks. So I'm guessing you're going to get more rewards for that, and the more tokens that you hold, the more voting power you have. Okay, so in the near future, the web will evolve beyond the existing systems and infrastructure. In order to do so, there must be replacement protocols and services made available for everyone to join the new web revolution. So that's basically they're replacing what I told you before. They are allowing and providing easy use and access of all these new web technologies, right? It's written in JavaScript, so mass adoption of coders that are already familiar with the programming language, the most popular programming language in the world. Every dApp will have access to Shift's own IPFS, which is an interplanetary file system. Okay, basically, to put it simply, right now, as I explained to you, files are hosted on a server. So let's take Amazon again. They're hosted on Amazon server. Cool. Now they're there. Amazon goes, goodbye files, right? Also, you have to download them from files. You're watching this YouTube video on a YouTube server right now, right? Instead of having it in a single place, why not incorporate it like in a decentralized fashion, whereby every single computer that has visited that content and downloaded that content will be able to provide that content for everyone else on the network. You know, so you could have watched this YouTube video, then your mate down the road could have watched this video. Instead of downloading from YouTube servers, just get it from him. It's right here, it's right down the road. It's quicker, it's more secure, because now even half the net can go down. If only one person has visited the same site you want to visit, you have access. Even if the internet goes down, even if there's no more internet, you still have access to the guy next door, unless the government decide to really go nuts and remove all the wiring underground and the Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff, which is very slim chance, right? So that's basically is the IPFS, interplanetary file system. They're giving people access to that. They have that proof of stake algorithm I explained to you. Basically, they're providing a ready built CMS system, which is actually already built. And it's written in pure JavaScript, right? So anyone can access it. And if you want to now switched to Web 3.0, cool. But now, which CMS supports Web 3.0? Well, none. But here, that's why they're giving you one. They're saying, okay, cool. Well, we understand you can't just make that transition as easily because there's older products that you have to use that aren't Web 3.0 friendly. Well, here's a CMS. Take it, use it. Bam. Then they have Jenga DNS, which is another technology. I can't go through all of them for the sake of this video. Basically, a DNS is, if you want to go to Google or something, right? You type in Google, and it takes you to Google. Instead of that, what really happens behind the scenes is you are getting mapped an address, which actually is where you're going. So these are all IP addresses, right? Now, this IP address maps to Google, not this exact one, but an address maps to the friendly name. So today it could equal 192.6. whatever, right? That all DNS does is translate that for you. So anyone can you're not going to remember these long numbers, right? Now they're having their own Web 3.0 friendly version that works in a decentralized way. Then they have a decentralized storage layer, which is the interplanetary file system, which I explained to you, right? So, excellent technology, guys. Now, their team section is huge. Each of these has a whole story of each of these guys, right? And I read through them, and it's way too much for this video. But I would like to say that they are all very good, all-rounded team. They believe in the technology and the Web 3.0. They listen to the community. They're really guys that basically believe in blockchain and the future of it. And they are using Shift in order to transition the web from 2.0, take the power out of these huge corporations and put it back into people's hands. This dude, I really love what he's about. Maybe a bit biased because he's also an electronic music producer like I am, and he also loves blockchain and coding, and he's a developer, so maybe I'm a bit biased. But basically, he started Shift, and there was a big Ethereum hack a while ago. During that hack, Shift's wallets got hacked. People lost a whole bunch of money. What they wanted to do is generate more tokens, so increase the supply to give those people back the money that they lost, right? The problem with doing that is as soon as you're introducing more coins into the supply, you're diluting the value of those coins. So everyone else that had those wallets would now earn less in USD value, right? The community told them that. And instead of just going ahead and doing it, like many other ICOs and altcoins that have done this, they spoke amongst themselves, and then they actually took coins out of their own pockets and just decided to allocate that back to the users. So didn't dilute the supply, everyone's happy. And then there was a whole lot of drama. You can imagine how that happens. And this guy's attitude is amazing. He believes in listening to the community, he believes in the technology, he's not in it for just making a quick buck. And passion begets success. I really believe in it. If you're passionate about something, you are going to be successful because you can be the best version of yourself, right? So when all that drama happened, they decided to switch from Ethereum code base to Lisk code base, and he did that all amongst this whole drama. He never gave up once. He kept going. So I just thought I would tell you that there was that hack, there was that drama, but now they are a really strong team. They have working prototypes. They are, they're really big coin to look out for, right? That was a long time ago. You could just create any coin with Ethereum. Yeah, so it looks like generally good sentiment here. Nice activity again. Slowed down a bit here, but they could be working on another project, something else happened. So good source code, good, nice active coin. Looks good to me. A very good coin to look at, and I believe in the technology and the team very much. Then the last one I have for you is called Lunar. Actually, my dog's name is Lunar. Nice market cap, nice trade volume, very liquid market, nice supply. So basically the short version is they are putting Wikipedia on the blockchain. So the problem with Wikipedia is anyone can edit articles, right? There's this huge knowledge base out there. Anyone can edit them. You can go, people troll and go and like edit things and just get drunk and have fun editing Wikipedia posts. Which is pretty funny, I won't lie. But when you're getting serious about building a world knowledge base, you know, you need that trust. You need to know that the quality of content is there, right? It's the correct information, it's accurate. So they're using blockchain technology to basically ensure that the information there is quality. If you are submitting the information, you are the right professional in the field, people have reviewed it, and it's blockchain stamp of approval. They're rewarding you. So if you contribute, they're incentivizing the contribute. They give you a reward. Awesome. People might even make jobs out of it. Who knows what could happen if this really gets huge, right? So basically, we have this huge knowledge base now that you can completely trust, right? Imagine what you can do with artificial intelligence with that, and virtual reality and these kinds of things. They have all sorts of really creative plans for it. So basically, if you have all this knowledge, you can make computers use this knowledge for your benefit. Say you, on a very basic form, you want to know certain information. All you need to do is ask Siri, where does that get that information from? It goes from Google right now. But if you have a trusted authority of information, you can now plug in computers, artificial intelligence, to use that information for the good of humankind. You ask something, you're going to get proper, knowledgeable information. You ask Google Maps where it can turn left here, turn right there. You know that someone hasn't tampered with it and edited the road maps and make it crash into a wall. You see on the very extreme case how that can end. Also, they have this really cool idea with virtual reality. So imagine you walking the dogs, or you're walking the beach, you're walking in a park, you see this really beautiful tree. You want to know, hey, what is that tree? What kind of flowers are those? Is it poisonous? What if you just put on VR glasses, look at it, there's the information there, right there in real time, real space. I mean, it's incredible, right? Or, well, that's more the augmented reality side, sorry. Or you have virtual reality. I mean, you could be walking on Moon or wherever it is, or Mars. And once you have 100% trusted knowledge base, the sky's the limit. And why will it grow to become so big? Because they're incentivizing it. They've thought about that. So the founders, right? Let's check out the founders. So he's been in blockchain for a while, this guy. Has a nice experience in blockchain. He was part of Ethereum meetup in Silicon Valley. Respect. Sometimes I wish I lived in America so I could go to all these blockchain events. I may move to America in future just because I want to have access to the blockchain conferences and meetups and really get involved in there. So this guy was an account executive. He worked for Oracle, which Sun Systems, basically they invented Java, and they are massive tech company. He's been in IT for a really long time. This guy is like my new hero. This advisor dude, he creates his own programming languages. I mean, and now he's decided he's involved in Ethereum. He's literally has his hands straight into C++. He's worked on languages like Java, designing computer languages. I mean, you have any idea how intelligent you have to be to do that, and how much you need to know about computers. A lot of followers. This guy's a very good guy to follow. He's advising, he's also liking Luna. Yeah, they look good, eh? A lot of engagement, a lot of content, original content. You can see they were active for a long time. They've now published the technology on the Ethereum mainnet. Yeah, guys, so those are some really good altcoins that I've been eyeing out. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me, guys. I'm really enjoying doing these videos for you. It's simple. If you subscribe, you're going to get these videos. And if you have the YouTube app on your phone, you can wake up. Oh, CoinDragon posted another video. And watch it while you're in bed. You watch it while you're eating breakfast. You can get served these altcoin reviews. You get served information. And as you keep watching them, you're going to get educated in crypto, you know. And, I'm trying to build a little mini community here where my subscribers really mean a lot to me, where people can ask me anything that you want. I can help you to the best of my abilities as much as my time allows. Back and forth communication. I want it to be a little team, a little family kind of vibe. And that will only be possible if you guys subscribe, so we can build that relationship. And please give me any feedback, anything you think I could improve on. Have a great day. Thanks for all the support. See you later, guys.